So, this is what I did. I left Ireland, sold my bike, and moved here.
America, America, fuck yeah!
So, this is my new to me 2008 Gixxer 750. And then this is America.
Fuck yeah!
Or more specifically, Virginia.
Democrat, fuck yeah! Republicans!
But one of the best things, it's a cliche, but you always hear it, is the best thing about motorcycles is the freedom.
Freedom is the only way, yeah! Fuck yeah!
And I really think what that means, at least to me, is exploring new places and just kind of being outdoors and enjoying yourself. What I've been doing living in Dublin, I've been cycling for years. I was a very avid racing cyclist, and I'd seen a lot of Dublin. Everywhere you could get to, like within about 100 kilometers of Dublin, I'd pretty much seen and done. I was getting bored of it. There was this one route to Howth I'd ridden so many times, like I literally couldn't even begin to count. It's easily in the hundreds. And I was sick of it, so then when I moved from cycling and put my focus into motorcycling, it opened it up a whole lot more. I could go a lot further outside of Dublin. It's because you can easily do 200k a day on a bike. You know, your butt is a little sore, that's about it. But it opened up that freedom again, but still, 90% of my riding had to go up the same roads to get to new places. So now, being here in the US, I'm in a totally new place. I've lived here for less than 2 weeks now. Found this my very first day. This is a local state park. And it's incredible. Like, the roads are a little slow, but it's so pretty. Oh, tractor. Oh, even in Virginia, you can't get away from being stuck behind tractors. I was going to talk today about the differences between riding in the US and then riding back home in Ireland. Really, that's phenomenally uninteresting. You've got more guns here, equal number of tractors, but everything is basically the same. You can't filter, but you can turn right and red. That's about it. The one thing I will say, and I kind of alluded to it earlier on, was in Europe, you got the A2 licenses, which, for a really quick explanation, because most of you are American watching this, it basically limits you to a bike with 47 brake horsepower. You can restrict it, but not from a bike twice as powerful, and it's got to be some weighted, some shit, I can't remember. But basically, I came here and got my American license, so now I can get a full American bike. A bike that has over 3 times the power of my old one, twice the cylinders, twice as pretty, and just ride it. Like, I'm fully insured. It's just, this is totally legal. Now, this is one thing where it's a case of where I love that it affects me, but overall it's a really big issue of, you know, I suppose the culture here in the US is different. People have bikes more for fun than function, typically. So you see guys wearing less gear, and then there's obviously less training. The MSF course is a pretty good step in the right direction, but it's no IBT because it's not even mandatory yet. So yeah, I was never one for this feeling of like freedom, but how can you not love doing this? How can you not love going out every single day and just riding your bike? One thing I always see floating on the internet is commuting makes you unhappy, so you should get a smaller apartment and live closer to where you work so you don't have to drive as far. I propose an alternative. I propose everybody gets a motorcycle. Because how can this not put a smile on your face? One of the big things, right on red. Haha, totally legal. Oop, missed a gear. Everybody should get a bike and then everybody will be happy. There'll be less people on the road. And there's a higher chance will get filtering brought in. Therefore, people sit less time in traffic, but they're already happier when they're in traffic because they all own motorcycles. They're saving money on fuel. We're saving the environment. Patrick has just solved America. This is how we make everybody here happy. Relatively cheap. Clearly, you don't need a whole lot of training here in the US to get them. You can get nice big bikes right from the beginning. Also, not a good beginner bike. Let's just throw it out there and make that a thing. Every time I sit on a bike, I will inform you. That's it. You get to be outdoors more. Also scientifically proven to make you happier. It makes you more badass. Also scientifically proven to make you happier. They look cool. They're easy to park. You can fit 4 of these in one parking space. No more parking problems. What other reasons? Come on, we're on a roll here now. We need more. We're about to solve all the world's problems. Can we solve hunger? We probably can't solve hunger with these things. They don't carry a whole lot. That is one issue. So you probably need a car around. Or realistically, there's so many services now that will deliver food to your house. So the money you save on gas, you can just put in getting your groceries delivered so you don't have to go grocery shopping. Another win. Oh, we're on top of it today. Good job, dude. And also, one thing with this is you're faster than everyone on the road. Oh, still not gonna be able to get across in time now, am I? Haha! Because I'm smaller. What is just not to love? Oh, more! It stops you texting and driving because you need your hands. Okay, so let's be thorough about this. It's not all good riding a motorcycle. You can't carry anything, but luggage is fairly cheap. So, and most of you get your shit off Amazon anyway, so what do you care? They're a little bit more dangerous, yes, but think about this. Cars are becoming self-driving, so pretty soon they won't hit you anymore. You're outdoors, so it can rain on you, but if you got good gear, honestly, I'd still prefer it. There's nothing worse than if you're in, then when you're commuting to work, if it rains, you're like, I'll take the car. And you're sitting in traffic as a motorcycle passes you, you want to do nothing more than be outside. Alright, let's see, we're being genuinely informative today on Bike Bros. So, what other reasons? Oh, especially an American thing, they will say, no worries sir, they will say you can't ride in the winter. And that may be true. If there's snow, okay, fair enough. But if there's not snow, which is not near me, there's not in Ireland really, England really, especially if you live near a city where traffic is worse, and we're already solving the traffic problem, so let's, you know, keep it on point. Never happens. Yeah, typically if you're near a city, the snowplows will clear it. I'm gonna try riding through this winter here in Virginia, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll put an annotation down here if I have a crash due to snow very shortly, which I doubt I'm gonna have any bother. Another way in which we're saving the world is a big problem that a lot of people really aren't super aware of. I'm gonna go over here. Is the life cycle cost of vehicles. So even like, say these new Teslas, they're very fancy and use, you know, no fuel and all that jazz. The cost over their lifetime to get all the material, especially the lithium-ion batteries, is still bad for the environment overall. But bikes are so small, even this, you know, motorized one, which still gets 40 miles to the gallon, its life cycle cost is going to be significantly lowered. So then, I guess to finish off, in conclusion, bikes are faster, they make you happier in multiple ways, they are cheaper to run, they are better for the environment, they make you look cooler. If you can ride a bicycle, you can learn to ride a bike. You don't have to give your friends lifts home when you first start learning to drive, because you're like, oh, I'm sorry, don't have a pillion seat. or a helmet, you're just gonna have to deal. Yeah, you're the fastest thing in the road. Rain doesn't really bother you. Plus, you get to be if you do ride in the rain, you get to be really smug about it when you get to work. So that's it. Patrick for president. I have just solved world happiness. You get the idea. You're watching a motovlog. You're probably 13. Or at least you're like me and have the mindset of a 13-year-old. So just shut up and get a bike. You I just thought of how I had to finish this video with an epic self-plug of, do you even bike, bro?